Wherever political Islam spread, there was violence. In the 1920s, a man called Hassan al-Banna and Said Qutb established the Muslim Brotherhood. Muslim Brotherhood is an Islamist political organization that has from time to time engaged in violence. And Al-Qaeda and all the extremist groups that emerged, in fact, came from the Muslim Brotherhood. So Muslim Brotherhood members formed the Egyptian Islamic Jihad and the Islamic group of Egypt, Al-Jihad Al-Islami Al-Masri, Al-Gama Al-Islami Al-Masri. And it is from these Egyptian groups that Al-Qaeda formed the core of its leadership. For example, Dr. Ayman al-Zawahiri, Saif al-Adl, all these leaders came from either the Al-Gama al-Islami or Al-Jihad al-Islami. And both these groups are formed from the Brotherhood. So Muslim Brotherhood is the main foundation of the contemporary wave of terrorism that we are seeing. And Hamas is also having the same root. Hamas is the Palestinian representative of the Muslim Brotherhood. It's a Muslim Brotherhood organization. Hamas at this point is relying on its Muslim Brotherhood identity to generate support, finance, propaganda, and to sustain the fight against Israel and other entities. In 1987, Hamas was created, and when Hamas was established by Sheikh Yassin, Sheikh Yassin's friend Abdullah Azam, he created Al-Qaeda. And what is important to understand is that groups such as Muslim Brotherhood, groups such as Al-Gama al-Islamiyah and the Egyptian Islamic Jihad, groups like Al-Qaeda, groups like ISIS, then groups like Hamas, these are all groups that advocate political Islam. Wherever political Islam spread, there was violence. And political Islam is the main reason why there is Islamophobia. There must be a decision taken by the Muslim leaders to get rid of this political Islam and keep Islam as a religion and not bring religion to politics. This Hamas attack is a very clear indication of religious extremism, religion and politics coming together, and that is exactly what the Muslim leadership should prevent. This is something the Western countries can't do. Western countries will fight, like they fought in Afghanistan, like they are now supporting Israel to eliminate Hamas. Muslim leaders must rise and say, learn from what has happened, learn from all the attacks that have been staged by Muslim groups, so that the world will look at Islam in a positive way. There's nothing wrong with Islam. Islam is a beautiful religion like Hinduism, like Buddhism, like Christianity, like Sikhism, like Judaism. All these religions are great religions. But all these religions have been misinterpreted. But Islam has been misinterpreted to a very large extent, because more than 80% of all terrorist attacks around the world is by the misinterpretation of Islam. So that is why it is so important for Muslim leadership to be there. So it is in the long-term interest of nations to quickly end the conflict with Hamas. The first step of this is for Hamas to release the hostages and to surrender. If they don't do this, I don't think that the Palestinian cause will be taken seriously and it will be addressed, and a two-state solution will be workable. So for this, there must be Muslim leadership. They must condemn Hamas for what it did, but they must also ensure that the Palestinian two-state solution is established, because for 70 years the Palestinian people have been oppressed and suppressed, and eventually we have seen a huge attack that has taken place. This style of attacks will repeat again and again. unless the Palestinian issue is addressed.